We're going to make the block letter S. You can cut it out with scissors. The blade is much easier, but you can't cut it out with scissors if you don't feel comfortable with the blade. You just cut through the cardboard pretty nice. If you're using your blade, you can cut right on the tables, and use a ruler so that you're going straight as you're cutting off the cardboard. As you're drawing your letter, make sure you take your time for this step. Draw a really nice letter, because the better you draw this letter, the nicer your whole project's going to come out. If you don't draw a nice letter, your project will come out kind of messed up. When you're cutting, make sure you go slow. Hold the ruler on for the straight lines, and then now for the curved lines, you'll just have to go super duper slow and do your curves like this. I cut through twice usually, if it doesn't go through the first time. This part's going to take a little while. After we cut out our first letter, then you're going to trace it on your next piece of cardboard so your letters will be identical in shape. Okay. And make sure you trace your letter onto the next piece of cardboard so that you have the exact same size letter for front and back. Front and my back, I cut them out, they're nice and even. Now we have to make the sides of the letter, the width all the way around. And to make my life easier to have fewer cuts, I'm going to use this flap of the box. It's this flap right here, and I'm going to take the width, divide it in half, and that's going to be the width of the side of my letter. So what I'm going to do right here, take my ruler, measure how wide this is. It's 6 inches wide, so I'm going to mark at the 3, make a mark halfway down here at the 3, and then down here at the 3, so I can make a nice straight line and a straight cut. So using the top 2 marks, make my line, the bottom 2 marks, make my line, and then cut this. You're going to want to cut all of your side pieces before you start putting them on. That way you can just slap them all together all at the same time. And then, because we have a curved edge here, you're going to want to take your knife and you're going to score halfway through. You don't want to cut all the way through the cardboard, about every 1 inch. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow the cardboard to bend like this and go around the edge of the S. If you want to, you can cut them all the way off and tape them on separately. If you're not using cardboard, if you're going to use a cereal box, you might want to cut them all off. You won't need to score if you're using a cereal box. So when you're putting your sides on, it might be easier to do smaller sections at a time, because it'll be kind of awkward to hold it and it might want to fall off. So I'm just taping this first side on in a few places, making sure it bends around there. And then we're going to have to tape the other side on. We'll get a little bit at the bottom and then a little bit at the top to try to make it stable. So you might need to ask somebody to help you hold it as you're taping it on.